Sometimes it's better to just lay out and soak in the atmosphere here in Atlanta, Georgia, as Sting makes a return to what he called his old stomping grounds. Tonight at Bound for Glory, Sting in the role of the challenger. In addition to that championship, Don, you know that he is fueled by one thing, the revenge that he wants to get for the abuse that his son Garrett had to suffer in Southern California. Sting was in Florida. He had to watch it. He had to feel so helpless. Right now, Sting can get his revenge.
So many people have questioned the motives of the Olympic gold medalist. Why wake up a sleeping giant? Why make it that personal? You know, we found out that the whole Karen Angle slap situation was a conceived plan between the Angles.
Total BS.
And then he goes to the other extreme and stalked Sting's son at a football game and then laid his hands on him. And you think, why would you do that? Obviously, Kurt Angle has a plan. Obviously, he's trying to get into the mind. But you wonder if he went too far.
Remember what Angle said. He said, when I beat Sting at Bound for Glory, I want to beat him at his best. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to send it to the ring. We're going to shoot it to JB, Jeremy Borash, where he will introduce the competitors for our main event.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the TNA Heavyweight Championship of the World. When the bell rings, the man in charge, TNA Senior Official, Mr. Rudy Charles. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from Atlanta, Georgia, it's time for your Bound for Glory main event of the evening. Introducing, first of all, standing in the corner to my right. He weighed in this morning at 245 pounds. Tonight, he returns to the very city where he spent over a decade of his professional wrestling career. Now residing in Venice Beach, California, this is the challenger, the icon, Sting! And now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing, standing in the corner to my left, he weighed in this morning at 235 pounds. Tonight, he returns to the very city where in 1996, he became an Olympic gold medalist. He is the current reigning and defending TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, Kurt Angle.
Referee Rudy Charles holds the gold high in the air. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship, it's on the line. It's at stake. This is what we've been waiting for. This is our Bound for Glory main event. This is Kurt Angle and Sting. And Don, you just have to know that in Sting's mind, he had to do everything within his power to hold back during those in-ring introductions by JB in anticipating that revenge that he looks to gain here against Kurt Angle.
Mike, I've got goosebumps. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Witnessing these two guys with it all on the line, and yeah, you said it, but what better revenge, Mike, than to get it in the ring? To beat Kurt Angle at what Kurt Angle feels he does better than anybody in the world. And that's wrestle, and Sting wants to embarrass him right out here and show him that he went too far.
You can almost tell by the body language of the champion. by the look on the face of Kurt Angle right there as he heard the reaction from the crowd here in Atlanta. He realizes that it's a great atmosphere here at Bound for Glory. And I think when Angle received that kind of a response from this crowd, maybe he was a little taken aback, a little surprised that in the town where he won the Olympic gold medal here in Atlanta, Georgia, that he received that kind of response as Angle works on the arm and wrist of the challenger Sting.
Well, you know, and that was 11 years ago, and right now I think these people just remember the last few weeks. And that's what he did to Sting, what he did to Sting's family. And when you cross the line that far, it's hard to forgive. It's hard to, cheer somebody for what they did in the past when you realize that he put his hand on Sting's son.
Sting working on the arm, and you can see the effect that it has there. Angle trying to wring out the pain, maybe get a little life back into the wrist, into the arm, and into the elbow as well, as Sting applies pressure here in the opening minute.
Kurt Angle's going to try to make this a complete ground game. Something that he does so well, something that he did so well here. And this, oh, look at Sting though, turn it around. He doesn't quite have the shoulder down to the mat, but I'll tell you what, that caught Angle by surprise.
Might be the same game plan for Sting, quickly stuffed off into the side head scissors by Angle. Sting breaks it, stands at attention, and both men make the eye contact. And I hate to say that there's mutual respect between the two in terms of personalities, but you know there has to be mutual respect when it comes to in-ring abilities.
Well, neither one of them is going to take the other one for granted, that's for sure. I mean, they've been in this ring too long. They've got too much experience. They can't let it become too emotional.
Whoa.
And I think that's what Kurt Angle was trying to do, was trying to make it emotional for Sting. A nice hip toss. Wow.
The shoulder block by Angle, countered perfectly by Sting with that high hip toss. And you saw the look on Angle's face when he rolled right out here, Don, just a couple of feet away from us. And there you see the close-up look right there. Angle caught off guard by that quick counter by Sting.
Sometimes it's just the little things, too. I think he hit his back in a strange way on that hip toss, and you can see Kurt Angle he's kind of checking himself. He's holding the right hip where he kind of landed right there. And,
That's exactly the case.
And you could see in his eyes, I think he's a little surprised at how methodical and how well thought out Sting's game plan is. I think he thought Sting was going to come at him in a flurry, and he didn't.
That was what I anticipated, but the more I watch this match unfold, the more I think that Sting probably has the proper strategy, probably has the proper game plan. Go at it at your own pace, as we're seeing now, and now Sting unloads, turns Angle around in the corner. Corner mount. Listen to him rain in those rights as the crowd counts along.
I mean, look at this, just one shot after another. And one thing I've noticed with Sting, he's not afraid to take a little to give a little. He'll let Kurt Angle build his confidence, and then as soon as the window opens, he just goes right through it, and that's what he's done. And Kurt Angle right now has just got himself into a buzzsaw.
Oh, attempted the reversal by Angle. Sting puts on the brakes, and you can see how Angle was surprised right there. Angle catches him off guard with a kick, and then a European uppercut rocks him. The reversal now, shooting Angle off. Sting goes for the drop kick. Angle one step ahead. He hooked that top rope, but Sting uses his leg strength to kick him off.
Well,
clothesline missed, the drop kick didn't.
Boy, that time he was able to come back and hit it. And look at him, just send him over the top rope, right to the floor.
We can anticipate what both champion and challenger are building to in this title match. You know that Sting is going to use, Don, if he can, one of his Scorpion-type moves, maybe the Scorpion Death Drop, maybe the Scorpion Death Walk. By the same token, I think we're well aware of Kurt Angle's game plan as Angle gets flung into the steel. Angle wants to wear you down. He wants to work on your legs. He wants to work on your knees in anticipation of one thing, that patented submission move, the ankle lock, and there goes Angle again, directly into the rail.
Well, right now, it's one of those things, I swear. I think Sting was thinking about going over the top rope and diving on Kurt Angle, but he changed his mind. And wait a minute, he's got on the table. He just slams his head right on the announce table, and Sting is just absolutely in total control. Unbelievable.
Angle's head meets the wood of the broadcast position, and Sting sent him directly into it. Now, the challenger takes the champ by the head and tosses him back inside the 6 sides, and that's probably a wise move.
Sting not doing anything careless, not doing anything reckless. He's not putting himself in a position to get caught like that. He gets himself out of the way, and the shoulder goes directly into the repost by Kurt Angle.
He sidestepped the charging Angle. He was going to go for that Scorpion Death Drop, but Angle raked the eyes, and then out of nowhere, Angle catches him off guard with that suplex release.
Oh, he did. He got right in behind him, and he hit it, and that's what Kurt Angle needed. He's got to have something that he can use to get himself back up in this matchup, because Sting has been in total control. But you know one thing about Kurt Angle, you give him an inch and he'll take a mile, and he'll take control of it right from here to the finish.
Angle senses that the offensive moves have turned it in his favor. Look how quickly he goes for the pin after the slam. 2 count only, right back on it again, and again Sting rolls the shoulder.
I mean, he put Sting's knee right. I mean, he put his knee right into Sting's back and thought he had the pin set up, but Sting, of course, just pure adrenaline. But look at those uppercuts that he uses. And now the rights.
They will rock you. First it is that uppercut, snaps your head back, and then the series of right hands, and now Angle takes the boot, puts it right across the windpipe of Sting, trying to take his breath away, and then use the ropes for a little extra leverage as well.
And I think about a year ago, and what a wonderful night it was for the icon Sting, and right now, he's got himself right there in the clutch of the Kurt Angle, and another pin attempt, but he gets himself right just in time.
Angle relentless in going for these pin attempts. And it's a great strategy if you think about it. Hit the suplex, go immediately for the pin, maybe you get the win, maybe you surprise everybody, and now Angle goes to the body scissors, wrapping his legs around the midsection of Sting. Rakes the eyes at the same time just to add a little extra pain and punishment.
He does. He pulls on the chin, rakes the eyes. Those are the little things that you do to get inside the head. Let the other guy know there's nothing you won't do to win this match. And sometimes it works for you, and then sometimes it just ticks the other guy off so bad it costs it. And look at Sting just grabbing that leg and really forcing it up. But Kurt Angle trying to get the leverage again.
Back up to that vertical base is Sting. Angle maintaining the grip with the side headlock. You know, it's been interesting watching the dynamics between Kevin Nash and Angle, between Karen Angle and Kurt, as Kurt unloads that time, belly to belly, release, overhead suplex. I mean, it's gotten to the point where his buddy Kevin Nash said, "You're on your own." Remember, Karen Angle has the restraining order against her as well. To me, that means, Kurt Angle, you are on your own tonight against Sting.
And right now, he's in total control, too. I mean, it's almost like that emotional bubble just burst with Sting. And he just looks a little mentally tired. And you can see that Kurt Angle's exploiting it, Mike.
It had to be a concern. Don, it was something we mentioned right off the top of the match. We were surprised that Sting really didn't go balls out in the opening minute. At that point, we realized that it was better that he held back. But now we see the complexion of this match turn totally in favor of the defending champion, and Angle is neutralizing Sting with the chin lock.
I mean, he's doing everything he wants to do right now when he wants to do it. I mean, he's got the knee placed into the back, he's pulling back on the chin, and now you can see Sting just trying to reach down and get to his feet. But he can see how, oh, wait a minute, nice elbow as he's just trying to knock the air out of Kurt Angle. 3 shots in a row and he gets loose.
Angle reverses Sting, shoots him off into the ropes, missed the clothesline, and then both men go for the clothesline. Yes, both connect, and you see the impact of that double clothesline move where both Angle and Sting, champion and challenger, go down.
Referee Rudy Charles already starting the count. And you gotta wonder, you know, this is the kind of match, Mike, it's so big, and it's just so, everybody anticipates it, and you know, as being one of the people in that match, mentally, you've got to get yourself so ready for it, that there comes a point where you wonder how much further they can go, and now they both just get to their feet on pure adrenaline, and the rights are going one after another.
A weary Sting connects with the right. Now he caught him with another one. Series of shots. Rocks Angle. Angle misses. Sting connects with the boot. Then the chop, then the clothesline.
Look at Sting just fired up. One clothesline after another. Oh, nice boot right to the midsection there by Kurt Angle.
Here comes Angle off the ropes. And Sting spine busters him down.
It's 1, 2, no! The crowd all anticipating a title change. but Kurt Angle able to get that shoulder up. Now look at the pain in Kurt Angle's face.
Here it is.
There goes the Stinger Splash.
Caught him in the corner with the Stinger Splash, but Angle stays on his feet. To the well one more time. This time it's to the back of the champion.
And his chin was resting on the turnbuckle and they put the pressure in. Oh man, he just plants his face right into the mat.
Bulldog style face plant by the challenger Sting. The TNA World Heavyweight Championship belt hangs in the balance. Sting is gonna go high risk, and that shows you just how important this high stakes matchup is. Angle sprints across and suplexes him down.
Unbelievable how quick
Here we
Kurt
go.
Angle. 1, 2. Oh, Sting gets the shoulder up just in time. How quick was Kurt Angle right there? It's amazing. It looked like he was down and out. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw Sting going up, and he got up there so fast it defied logic.
He went to take him up for the Olympic slam. Sting rolls through. Oh, God, no, only two.
And Sting was so close, took a wild swing.
Look at the German. And watch Angle maintain his grip, because you know that there's more suplexes on the way. Here's number 2.
Oh, he wants to hit him with as many of these as he can, just to just rock Sting's world and just get him absolutely, totally knocked out of where he wants to be. Look at that, 3 shots.
You can sense the confidence level as Angle
1,
cuts across,
2.
and no! Sting's got the shoulder up as referee Rudy Charles signifies just a 2 count.
I mean, that was so close that time, and it wasn't even a matter of having the ability to get the shoulder up. Kurt Angle had it set so well, Sting almost couldn't get the shoulder up.
Angle gonna go for the ankle lock here. Sting in a tough position as Angle applies the pressure.
You can look at Kurt Angle pulling him back farther into the ring, he knows. And look at Sting trying to twist it.
Nice rollover by Sting to take the pressure off. He's got to use his leg strength here to overpower him, and instead he rolls right across.
Look at this.
Scorpion! Scorpion! He's going to try and get him in the Scorpion. He's going to reverse the ankle lock. He's going to turn him around, and he's going to put him in the Scorpion death lock.
Oh, he's got it set perfectly. Kurt Angle's going to tap. Look at it. He's got it applied. He's got it applied. He's stretching it on. Oh, my God. How can Kurt Angle hold on? Wait a minute.
Karen Angle. What about the restraining order? What about the restraining order that Sting has?
Come on. Kurt Angle couldn't have held out any longer. Let's get her out of here.
Oh, no, but look at what she's done. She stopped the momentum in the back. Kevin Nash has come into the ring.
Look at this. Kevin Nash just clothesline Sting. Look. Oh, Karen Angle ran interference.
They're obviously taking Karen to the back because of the restraining order, but it was Kevin. Damn it, they got us again. Kevin Nash, he promised that he wouldn't help Angle. Oh, God, Olympic slam.
Oh, my God. Wait a minute. The referee is making sure that Karen Angle gets sent out. And look at this. Kurt Angle screaming at him.
He's calling for the referee because he's got Sting down and out. Charles in, pin, 2.
No, it took too long.
You can see, you can read Angle's lips. He said, "What were you doing?" I think that's Angle's fault because that was his wife that came down here to interfere, and then that Kevin Nash came out of nowhere, and look at Nash circle the ringside area.
I'm telling you, that was a situation that backfired because referee Rudy Charles went to make sure that Karen was taken out. He didn't know what Kevin Nash did, and then when Kurt Angle needed him, he wasn't there. And now Kurt Angle goes up top, and Sting fights it off with everything he's got, and he just double smacks the head.
I knew we couldn't trust Karen Angle or Kevin Nash. The meal ticket's down, but the meal ticket gets both knees up as Sting comes off. Here we go.
1, 2. No, yeah, he got it up. He was able to get the shoulder off. Oh, my God, that was close.
Life left in the challenger Sting. Angle gonna go back up to his feet. Gonna pick Sting up at the head. And you know that he's gonna put an impactful move. It's a front slam.
Kevin Nash coming out. He knows that Kurt Angle was his meal ticket, and he took Sting out with that clothesline as you see him looking on. And now Kurt Angle has Sting where he wants him in the ring. And look at this, as you can see Kurt fighting it. Oh, my God! Oh, my God! That was unbelievable. 1, 2. Oh, you got to be kidding me. me? How did he get the shoulder up after that?
That's the part that's unbelievable. The fact that Sting is able to power out before the 3 count. And how about Angle from the top with the high wrist? And now here's the ankle lock. Oh boy, this is going to be a tough one for Sting. Check out the positioning. Sting's in trouble in the middle of the ring, and Angle's got it. Angle has got the ankle lock cinched in.
Oh, he's got it pulled tight, and you got to wonder, what does Sting have left as he spits in the face? He spits in the face, and then he sends Kurt Angle right into there, head on head. And now Sting struggles, and then Kurt Angle knocks the referee out. Oh, he hits the death drop.
Scorpion death drop. Nash is down. Referee's down. Angle's down. Sting calling for a ref from the back, and we've got another backup referee that can come out here.
Somebody get out here. Sting's got it won. Somebody get out here.
You can hear the fans are counting in the building. Referee Andrew Thomas sprints down, slides in, counts 2.
Oh no, ref.
Damn it.
Look at this, Kevin Nash, and then he cleans his clock.
Yeah, you're not going to get involved. You're not going to watch his back. Your meal ticket. That's exactly what he's done. He's covered his butt. Now Nash comes in right on Sting. Look at Nash. Big right head for Sting. We haven't seen him physical like this in years.
Oh, what Sting, this is just, the crowd just lets their disapproval. Oh, come on.
All of us, the crowd in Atlanta, the broadcasters here also showing their disapproval as Nash and Angle double team Sting into the ropes.
Somehow he's able to duck it. Oh, he takes them both out at the same time. Wow, how resilient. He stands tall and he feeds off this crowd.
Right hand decks Nash. Now, get Angle. Oh, what a low blow by Angle. Of course, there's no referee to see that.
Every time it looks like Steve is rising from the grave. Every time they do something underhanded, it's just pissing you off.
Look out for the baseball
bat.
The signature baseball bat of Sting as Angle took the shot and Sting stops it. Sting blocks it. Sting fires back. Back to the gut. Back to the back. Back to the head.
And now Nash tries to come in. And now look at this. Sting uses the ropes. And then the bat. And Kevin Nash falls hard.
Angle. Weary. Angle barely gets up to his feet. Blood is flowing from the head of the challenger.
And the champion. Both of them are bleeding, and he hits the Scorpion death drop.
Rudy Charles, count 1, count 2.
He's got it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner of the match, the new TNA Heavyweight Champion of the World, is Sting!
Unbelievable! How was he able to defy the odds? Everything stacked against him, but somehow Sting reached out. He reached out places where nobody else could go, and he was able to pull out the victory.
He gets his revenge, and he wins the championship in the exact same match. What a great moment for TNA as Sting holds the championship belt high into the air, soaking in this standing ovation in Atlanta, Georgia.
Look at him holding it up. Blood pouring down his face. Everything that you could imagine was sent his way, and he overcame it all. What a great feeling in Atlanta, where he has been and impressed these crowds so many times. He's the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion.
He returns to his home base, his old stomping grounds, and in the process, he wins the gold. Sting gonna stand in the corner, soak it all in. Ladies and gentlemen, you have witnessed an electric finish to an electric night in Atlanta, Georgia, where Sting has become the new TNA World Heavyweight Champion.